Good afternoon and welcome to Chatting Blues. Before we get into today's episode, could you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and leave a comment in the comments section. So Blues have made the ninth summer signing of the season. It's left back Lee Buchanan from Werder Bremen. And we're going to dive straight into his stats. So this would be from the Bundesliga. You know, he played 21 times for Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga, and 19 of those were from the bench. 2 of them he started, and you know, it is an upgrade on the Championship. Let's be honest, you know. But some of the standouts here, you know, in the green is his tackles. He's really good defensively. 2.67 he was averaging per game. His interceptions as well, 2.29 per game. He's in the top 97%. His clearances, he's averaging 4 a game. You know, he's one of the best fullbacks in that league for clearing the ball. And this is just his defensive, really. And his aerial duels won. He's winning 80% of his aerial duels. And now, don't quote me on this, but I swear I read somewhere that this guy's only 5'8". You know, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. If I've read it somewhere or I've noted it down wrong. But I'm sure he's only 5'8", 5'9". You know, and if that's the case, then you know he must have some jumping reach on him to be winning them duels. We'll have a look where he played, where he mainly featured. So the Werder Bremen are in the blue, and this is how I've checked quite a few of their games, and this is how they predominantly lined up with a back three, and it's very similar to how Blues started the season with a back three, a holding midfielder, 2 wing back on either side, 2 midfielders and 2 up front. And Buchanan in this game was left wing back. So you know, what's really pleasing is he's had 70 games in the Championship in a back 4 as a left back. Then he's progressed, gone into the Bundesliga, and he's had experience as a left wing back in one of the top domestic leagues in Europe. You know, it's really nice to see. And we'll quickly jump back to this because I just want to see how he played under Rooney. So this would have been the season Derby got relegated. So bear in mind this is a relegated team. But again, you know, defensively, really, really good. And you know, his blocks, his clearances, his aerial duels won. You know, even his touches in the penalty area. I didn't mention it on the last one. He can get forward and does like to get forward. He's probably not as good as Ethan Laird in that department as regards to overlapping and underlapping and, you know, getting into the opposition penalty area. But he's a lot more defensive minded than Longelo is, and I think that's really important. From the games we've seen in pre-season and glimpses last season, you know, really getting caught out. Longelo was with his positioning and you know, and causing Mark Roberts and Long or whoever it is at the back problems. Also, what I want to do as well, I went to the ground yesterday. It's a bit more my season ticket up, and I've just been on Twitter, and I just want to show you some progress on the ground. It's really fucking uplifting, to be honest. So let me just quickly. So if you go onto Twitter and type in Chatting Blues, so this is what I filmed yesterday, and we'll go through it together because there's little bits I want to point out to people what might not have recognised or might not know about this. So obviously this is going to be standing in the Tilton area. Now, right, if you can notice there, I clocked this a few weeks ago, but this top area in the main stand wasn't done. So all this lower and the upper are all new seats. Well, they're not actually new, really. They've used the reds and used the seats from the Tilton, lower Tilton and lower Cop. And honest to God, you know, if it looks good on that picture there, but in the flesh, it just looks really nice. Look, honest to God, looks really nice. And I mentioned it on one of my previous videos. How the ground needs a spruce up and a touch up, and because I only live a couple of miles from the ground. I drive past it regular, but obviously, I went to pay my respects to Trevor Francis. Rest in peace, and picked my season ticket up, and I managed to get these shots in the ground. But the reason why I wanted to show you this is because there's a picture that's not long been posted, and so this is done in 24 hours. They're starting putting the railings in. See if I can enlarge that. Yeah, you can see that anyway. So obviously this is going to be the standing area, and they've started putting the railings in already. And this looks like to me it's going to be a B, as BCFC along the bottom, and just like having a little scare around social media and people, and I'd like it as well, for the grounds, the Tilton Road end to be open for the Leeds game. Fingers crossed that you can get it done for that, because it's not. They've said this is not going to be open till September with the lower, and I think it's December with the Cop. Yeah, but all in all, just a really good atmosphere around the Blues lately. Looking forward to this season. Probably the first season I've looked forward to for about 4 or 5 years. It's a real good feel good factor around the club at the moment. And with this channel going forward, there's not a lot of people what do blues content anymore. So I just thought I'd kind of just fill a gap, and there will be more content coming, and with other content creators from other clubs, and it'll all be good stuff, man. And hopefully we have a good season. But I hope you all have a great day, and keep right on.